Hello everyone. This is the first project of our mobile app development, and we are going to discuss about the monthly personal finance manager track, save, and thrive. Myself, Narindi Bhagyashree, and my teammate was Mohammed Sami, and we are going to discuss about this topic in further slides. The main outline of this topic was we are going to discuss our description of the project, how ultimate monthly finance manager is working out. And for the next slide, this is the problem statement of our project. Managing personal finances can be a challenging task for individuals, leading to stress, untracked expenses, and unmet financial goals. Many people struggle with keeping track of their family income and expenditures, setting and achieving saving goals, and gaining a clear understanding of their financial health. Here comes the solution of our project. Personal Financial Manager is a user friendly mobile application designed to simplify expense tracking and management. It serves as a comprehensive tool for both individuals and businesses to monitor their spending, set budgets, and gain valuable insights into their financial habits. With personalized financial reports and real time alerts, users can make more informed decisions about their finances. Additionally, its secure interface ensures that sensitive data is protected, giving users peace of mind while managing their money. And here comes the key features of our project: expense tracking, investment tracking, income entry. And what is meant by expense tracking? Effortlessly log all your monthly expenses on the on go with the user friendly interfaces. Investment tracking means we can track our investor investments. Income entry means set or edit income budget management. Set the budget goal for the month and track your savings on the go. Here come the few more key features of our project: graphical representation, user authentication. Graphical representation means visualize your spending trends with charts and graphs. User authentication means protect your financial data with secure user authentication. Whether you are a detailed budgeted or aiming to gain better financial control, Finance Manager offers the tools you need to achieve your financial goals efficiently. Here come the UML diagram of our project. There will be a welcome screen, login or sign up screen. And if we log into our screen, then we will get a one dashboard screen. We have so many multiple options in that. First thing was expense categories, income entry and reports, expense entry, budget setting, etc. And further slides will be discussed about by our teammate.
So thank you, Bhavya. So this is the home screen or the start page of our project. On the right hand side, you can see there is the output of our Flutter, what you say, emulator. Once you open our app, you can see a login with a username and password. And for this project, we have kept our username and password to be admin for the demo. And if suppose if the user enters the incorrect password or username and try to enter with that credentials, then he will get a pop-up message saying that your credentials, that is username and passwords, are incorrect. So on the right hand side, you can see the code of our project. So you can once the user enters the admin and password as admin, so on the back end, so this text is getting extracted and it is stored in the text controller. And we created an login method which takes the username and password and it trims down the spacing, whatever the spacing which has from the front and the end. and it will just compare the username whether it is admin and also the password whether it is admin. If both of these conditions are passed, then only we are keeping that flag as true. So then only the navigation to the dashboard will be successful. Otherwise, it won't be successful. So once the user enters their credentials successfully, they land to a dashboard page, which is nothing but on the right hand side, you can see the personal finance manager. So for them, they have five options, that is expense tracker, investment tracking, income entry, and budget goal setting. And finally, the report. On the expense tracker, it's nothing but it will track whatever the expense we will provide to it. And onto the investment tracker, so suppose whatever the monthly income we get or the user get, from that amount, he can keep some part of the money in the investment tracker. Suppose if it is getting $2,000 per month and he would like to keep $70 on the investment, so he can click on that investment tracker and add the money to it. And the third option is income entry. So in the income entry section, once it will click the button, he can manually enter the salary of the user per month. And budget goal setting. So budget goal setting is nothing but whatever the budget he wants to keep goal setting for, like how much budget he want to save or how much he wants to invest, we can set by clicking on that button. Lastly comes the report. On the report, we can get the overall statistics of all of this thing, like how much is the income, how much he kept on the budget, how much he kept on investment, and how much he's saving, whether the goals are reached or not. Next slide. So it is about the personal expenses. When the user click on the first this thing, so it will get redirected to this page where he can see a bar graph on the first side which says on the red in the red color it says fashion. So the user has spent $20 on fashion, and in the blue color it says food. So the user has spent $200 on food, and rest all money, that is $2,000 which was spent on housing. And for this, uh, we have created a bar chart. So this bar chart usually it only tracks the investment or the expenses of the last week. So basically, it will track from the Tuesday till the next Monday. So as we can see in this screenshot, on Monday we have kept the expenses to be 2,200 on Monday. On the bottom side, we see that there is a plus icon. Once you click on this plus icon, there will be a pop-up generated, or it gets pop-up where you can keep the title of your budget expense and the date you want to keep for that and the time for it and how much you want to enter the amount, and it also shows the category. So in this screenshot, as you can see, we have spent $500 on test one, which was on July 9, 2022, fashion, which was the category of fashion, and $200 on food, July 1st, 2022, which was spent on food. Similarly, housing, the category was housing, yeah, so on and so forth. So once we add these expenses, our bar graph get automatically changes. So this was the code which was written behind. So it takes the help of the database helper, and it takes all the transaction information, and it will give to the user transaction. It will append into that list. Once this list is getting appended with all the expenses, then we'll call this show chart handler, which displays our pie chart. Once this pie chart is displayed, then we call this future that add new transaction, which is nothing but it will show the bar graph of our chart or our screen. Next slide is regarding the report. So on the left hand side, you can see there is a report. So in this report, our budget goal is $500, and the current monthly earnings is $2,800, and the current month expenses is $2,720. So as we can see, there is a difference of $80 in our current expense, I mean the current earning and our current expenses. But our budget goal is we want to save $500, so which is impossible. So because of that reason, it is not exceeding $500. So our goal status will say, sorry, limit your expense. So we are not achieve that limit. If suppose our monthly expense is $2,800 and our monthly expense is lesser than like 2000, then there will be a difference of more than $500. Then this gold status may get changed to positive message. So similarly, based on this data, we have created a bar chart below to it, like 49%, which will be coming from expenses, 14% will be coming from investment, and lastly 36 will be coming from the income. So for this, there was a code on the right hand side where you can see uh, we have created a table firstly for budget goals and current monthly expenses and goal seeks. And also similarly in the last slide, as I explained, we have created a pie chart. We have called that function. It will take the information, the data, and it will generate the pie chart. And the next slide is regarding the testing. So how many testing we performed for this project? So the first testing was unit testing. So unit testing is nothing but we have verified and tested individual component or the function of the software to verify they work as expected in isolation. And secondly, is nothing but cross-browser and cross-device testing. Here we ensure that the software performs consistently across different browser and devices without any delay or lags. And third testing is nothing but validation testing. This testing is to confirm whether that software meets a required specification or requirement and whether it fulfill its intended purpose. And coming to the fourth testing, which is nothing but functional testing, it verifies that the software uh, and the functions are correctly according to the defined specifications and the requirements. And fifth test was usability testing. So it takes the accessing how easily and effectively user can navigate and interact with the software. And coming to the last and final testing, which was integration testing. So it helps in testing the combined modules or the component to ensure they work together as expected. And coming to the last slide, it reviews the Kanban methodology. So we followed the Kanban methodology. So the first step was to visualize the work. So we used to keep working on the different items and to divide this task and to get easily understood about the each component. So we used to use the sticky notes to easily understand about the task and limit the work in progress. So we born to agile methodology where to keep the track of individual sub-task of our project. And thirdly was to focus and the flow. So we manage the quality and the quantitative of the work by focusing on other activities as well. And coming to the last part, which is continuous improvement. So we have, as we said about the all the testing, we at every stage we perform and implemented the specification or the requirement one by one by following an iterative design and management method used in the business to like control and continuous improvement in the product. So yeah, thank you for listening to our project presentation. Let's deep dive to our project demo. Let me show our project demo. So this will be the landing page of our project, or once the user opens the app, they will see the login page where they have to enter the username and password. So as you can see, as I'm clicking on the text tab, there is log messages which are running on the backside of the project. So okay, let's open this app. Let me enter the username admin. I am wantedly keeping the what you say, I'm wantedly doing a typo. Let's see what it will like say. So once I enter the wrong username, it says login fail, incorrect username or password. So this is because I have entered incorrectly. So let's do it correctly and log in it. So once we get login into the login page, we will get what you say, we'll land into the dashboard of our project, which is personal finance management. So you see 5 options, which is nothing but expense tracker. So let's click on this expense tracker. As I discussed in the presentation, so we have 3 expenses. So first one is Costco, which is $100. Second is Walmart, which is $250, and the American Eagle was for $120. So these 3 are from the different categories. First is from the food, second is housing, and lastly fashion. So as you can see, the dates are also different, which is for this it was on 25th October, for this it was 24th October, and American Eagle, which was added on 26th October. So because of this difference, we can see there is a difference in the bar chart. So the first Walmart 250 was added on Thursday, Costco was added on Friday, and American Eagle was added on Saturday. So as I discussed in the slides, we are keeping track of only the last week bar chart. So let me just add a new, let's say shoes. Let's say I'm on $70 and it's fashion. So you can see that there are like 6 different categories. Let's keep fashion. Let's say we want to keep today's date and add it. And time, let's keep today's time, 6:10. Okay, add a transaction. So once we added the transaction, we can see 120 plus 70, which was added 190. Let's take a different category like groceries and amount, let's say $50, and it will be on, we already have food, let's scale healthcare, and it's today's date, time, okay, add a transaction. So we can see there is a new icon or new, what you say, category added in the pie chart. Before it was 3, now it went down to 4. And there is a $120 added today on Sunday. So this is whole about the personal expenses. Let's suppose if I want to delete this, so I can just come to this icon and delete it. So it came down to 120. So this is all about the expense tracker. So this is about the investment. Let's suppose I delete this. There is nothing. Now I want to add. I want to title Bitcoin and I want to keep like $70, today's date and present time, and add an investment. So this will be the personal investment. So we can add n number of personal in what is it investment trackers. Now comes the income tracker. So I have kept my uh, current income to be $2,000. Let's increase this to $2,500 and just save it. So once I save this, you can see in the bottom there is a message popped up, income saved to $2,500. So I have saved my income, and let's change the budget goal. I want to keep 115, or I mean $1,500, save it. You can see again there is a message popped up. Lastly, we did all of this 4 thing. Now we want to check our report. So budget goal, as we did it to $1,500, and our monthly earning was 2,570. This is because of the investment we are doing. So because of that, we are getting more 70 on it. And current monthly expense is $520. So this is the bar graph or the pie chart for all of these three different categories. So income is 80%, we have more income. Expenses are very less, that is $520, and investment is very less, that is 70 on Bitcoins. And lastly, expenses, as I said, 520. Let's decrease our income. Let's decrease it to $100, and let's change our budget to $300. Let's see what will happen in our report. So as you can see, our budget goal, sorry, let's increase it to 800 and go back and check. So as you can see, budget goal is very high, that is 800, we want to save it, but our monthly expense, I mean, the salary or earning is very less compared to that, that is 1070, and our expenses are half of that, that is 520. So we can see there is a difference of 500, but our goal is to save 800. Because of that, there will be a status saying that sorry, limit your expense. So we are not reaching our goal. So you can get two status, that is for positive and for negative. So this is all about our project, which is nothing but the finance management. So user can easily track of the record anytime they can add investment, income, budget, everything. So that's it from our side. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, guys.